Hey y'all, Halfmilesniper here, and today we are going to take a look at the damage caused inside the barrel by a squib round. So pull up a chair, kick your feet up, and let's check this out. Okay, so what we're going to do today is we're going to use that new bore scope, and we're going to take a look down the barrel of a Smith & Wesson M&P that is probably just about or a little bit over 100 years old right now. It's a Smith & Wesson M&P chambered in 3220. It's an old black powder cartridge, a 32 caliber cartridge powered by 20 grains of black powder. It ultimately became a smokeless load. You can still find ammo for them. Most of us that have them, we make our own ammo for it. We're trying not to overstress these because the cylinders aren't heat treated like a rifle would be. This particular gun I picked up in Columbus, Georgia, when I was spending a week at Fort Benning training with the Army Marksmanship Unit. And I had a free night, so I rolled into town and found this gun sitting at a pawn shop there in Columbus. Snatched it up, brought it home, and only then did I find that the barrel had been rung. It shoots just fine, but it's got a rung barrel, and we're going to take a look at that today. So what we have here today is a Smith & Wesson Military Police model in 3220. The 3220 was a black powder cartridge, 32 caliber, powered by 20 grains of black powder. Smith & Wesson made double action revolvers in that chambering. Colt made single action and double action revolvers in that chambering. Winchester and Marlin also made lever action rifles in that chambering. As I said, the original 3220s were a black powder cartridge, and as such, quite often when you find one of these guns, the bore is in pretty poor condition because of the corrosiveness of black powder. In this particular gun here, by the serial number, we know it was made after or sometime between 1915 and 1920, and we can cut it off at 1920 by the medallions here on the grip. The large gold medallions were only in use from 1911 to 1920. The serial number tells us it was made between 1915 and 1920. So this revolver is actually 100 years old, at least. It has been refinished at least once. We can tell that because the hammer and the trigger are no longer color case hardened, but they're blue. We're going to take a look down the bore here in a little bit. This is the gun that I found at a pawn shop in Columbus, Georgia, when I was at Fort Benning training with the Army Marksmanship Unit. And I don't know if we can catch the light right, but right here, there's a bulge in the barrel, and right in here, but we don't see this bulge on the outside. We only see it on the inside. And that comes from squib rounds, probably somebody who was reloading their own ammo, got a short charge or missed a charge, lodged a bullet in the bore, and fired another round behind it. The other interesting thing about this particular gun, there's a importer mark down there by the serial number, so we know that this gun went out of country at some point. That may be where it was refinished, was out of country. I don't know. But let's go take a look down the bore and see how bad it is. Okay, here we are going down the bore, looking straight down the bore, and we are coming up on the first ring. This is about an inch in from the muzzle, and then we get back here into the forcing cone area, and it actually looks like there might be two squibs or two rings back in the forcing cone. The condition of the bore looks pretty ratty this way because, well, black powder kind of did that to bores back then when they didn't get cleaned. Now we convert over to the side mirror and we come looking in closer at the rifling. Doesn't look that bad really. We have some pitting in there. I think this is the first ring. Looking at it from the side mirror, it's a little hard to spot the rings. But when we get down to the forcing cone, we can see that there's a little more corrosion in the rifling, and that is an artifact from the bore being repressed outward, leaving that ring. The bullet isn't actually dragging through. The cleaning brush isn't fitting as tight right there. And when you pull a patch through, you can feel every time you hit a ring because it just jumps because there's no tension. So the overall condition of the bore looks pretty rough. Again, that's from the black powder and the poor cleaning, but again, the gun is 100 years old. So I think we've got we'll get in here and maybe get another look at the ring in the barrel, but I don't know that we can see it with the side mirror. I think that's it right there. So be careful when you have a squib. If something doesn't feel right, stop and look down the bore or you will ring the barrel. Now, I hope y'all enjoy this. Halfmilesniper, check it out. We'll catch you next time.
Send it. Hit.